Why she no longer wants bedroom fun. The red pill truth. The information provided by a woman who researched women's infidelity is alarming and worth viewing. She describes the relationship as a journey, a phase-by-phase process when a woman's sentiments alter and she begins to lose the desire to make love. Women can tell where they are in each phase, and these phases are apparent. To recognize them when they arrive and make preparations, men must also be aware of these phases. Phase A. At Phase A, a woman will begin to feel as though something is missing from her life, even though she has everything she could want, including a wonderful husband, a home, and a family. Many women in this phase eventually lose interest in making love and avoid physical contact with their spouses to avoid making love. They regularly complain about their partner's physical attributes to avoid having bedroom fun, and they will even start going to bed at different times from their husbands. In their eyes, making love is a job, just like cleaning the dishes or going to the shop. Some ladies in the play report that when their husbands touch them, they feel violated. As their bodies begin to shiver, they experience constriction in their chests and a bad feeling in their stomachs. Most women in Phase A believe they are imperfect and have some problems. They worry that their spouses won't be faithful to them, or, worse yet, leave them because they don't want to make love. After the honeymoon period, she understands the drawbacks of a committed relationship. Her hypergamous character is beginning to show, which is absurd because most women cannot even describe this behavior. It occurs to them, and they don't feel accountable for it either. Phase B. During Phase B, women rekindle a desire sparked by a lust encounter with someone who is not their spouse. Women will attach great importance to and remember these experiences, whether they were involved in making love to a new man or were spiritual. Years of marriage and a memory of an affair with a man on a boat, like it's what that woman in Titanic did. Many women in this period haven't felt any desire to make love for a long time. The majority start to go through an identity crisis. There are constant reminders everywhere. They feel guilty whenever the subject of infidelity comes up, whether in the news, in interactions with family and friends, or at home with their husbands. Women in this phase feel like hypocrites whenever they speak out against cheating. They desire to cheat and indulge in wild bedroom fun, yet society manages to restrain them to some extent. Women will doubt their husband-deserving qualities and worry that they aren't excellent wives. Many women will attempt to get rid of their guilty feelings by showing their spouses more love and respect. Women are emotional like that, so they can only maintain the act for a certain amount of time before she shifts from admiration to justification. To defend her conduct, she will use a variety of justifications. When asked why she needed to cheat, a woman will typically respond that she wasn't getting what she wanted. Although she was the one who initiated the conflict, she was also the one who lost interest in making love and caused this physical rift. Because they can't start a fight directly, women will become nasty and caustic instead, acting in a passive-aggressive manner. At this time, she will also have an affair. She will nag and generate negativity in the home. Phase C. The women in Phase C are having an affair or thinking about divorcing. Women who have affairs feel emotions unlike anything they have ever felt. They feel alive again, and many think they have found their soulmates. These women also believe they have fallen in love again. Despite acknowledging their actions are wrong and unfair to their husbands, they cannot stop their affairs. They make a promise to their loved ones that the next time they see each other will be their last, but they rarely follow through on this promise. Women in Phase C cannot terminate their adulterous relationships and conclude that their partners are soulmates because they are not conscious of their addiction to the euphoria brought on by chemicals generated during the early phases of a relationship. Should I stay married? This is the question that many women have struggled with for years. Or should I file for divorce? Women in Phase C are always thinking about this. Most often, Phase C women's husbands will make fruitless attempts to appease their wives by being more attentive, being home more, and helping out around the house. Despite their complaints in the past and present, Women in Phase C don't desire to spend more time with their husbands. To find themselves, many women may abandon their urge to separate. They persuade their husbands that by taking some time for themselves, they might be able to save their marriage. The only way women can improve their condition, they tell their husbands, is through the time apart. Women in this period of life like to be freed from the constraints of marriage and want to spend more time with their lovers. Most people assume that their confusion will eventually go away and that they will finally decide if they wish to remain married or obtain a divorce, so they may be with their lovers. At this point, separation enables women to experience the high of their relationships without sacrificing the stability of their marriages. Husbands of Phases C women frequently are unaware that their wives are having affairs. Their lack of suspicion is typically caused by their wise disinterest in making love and their belief that their wife is a good girl. Women in this phase frequently place the most significant importance on finding a new relationship that will provide them with the same feeling they experience in their affairs. Another opportunity for these women to start over and restore their good girl status is a new relationship with a new man. When they are apart, some women look for new companions, while others return to their spouses, but not emotionally, and keep looking. The biggest joke is that women suddenly rediscover their desire for making love when their husbands lose interest. However, things get weird when they suspect their husbands are also having extramarital affairs or are thinking about divorcing them. Phase D. Both the women who elected to divorce and those who opted to stay married were in Phase D. The women who chose divorce and were in the early phase of a new relationship expressed relief at finally making their decision and reported feeling normal again. Some women who continued their experiences claimed that continuing an extramarital connection improved marital bedroom pleasure. The regret they first feel for abandoning their children and ex-husbands only intensifies after a few years when she finds she is experiencing the same guilt in her new marriage. She will hop from marriage to marriage if you don't retain your composure and calm. It's so messed up that I want to throw up. She cannot be stopped in any way. Women will use the oldest ruse, "I'm not happy," to get their way. When she goes out and recounts her narrative, the public will believe her since she will have used that justification for her affairs. We reared promiscuous ladies, but today they praise the hard-working man. Even though studies show that women cheat more frequently than men, most men are unaware that their spouses are cheating on them. Women will descend further and further into the rabbit hole to comprehend and make sense of their marriage. They are attempting to defend an impossible scenario. She cannot live off of another man's money and security while still seeking lust fulfillment elsewhere. Still, she will continue to put off the process as long as possible while whining about how unfair her husband was to her. The purely serious man will give her half his salary once she realizes she is losing and gives up, ending in divorce and still winning. Through this procedure, hundreds of men are exposed to feelings of misogyny and wrath. She will continue this cycle until she no longer has any attractiveness and no male wants to cheat on her. At that point, she will settle down. Therefore, all the married men out there had the best start getting ready for the time when she says, "I'm not happy." She's caught in a whirlwind of emotions, which only spells trouble for you. Please don't even try to solve things or take her out somewhere nice. Place your money elsewhere. Look after your kids. Keep tabs on her whereabouts. And most importantly, get ready to break up with her before she destroys you. That is all for today, gentlemen. If you want to see similar videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Press the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos.